kept innocently posing for me. Everything was probably fine.
What the fuck is that, a zombie?
At about 45 degrees, I began to see Katie on the screen. My goodness, can you imagine what I saw? I have never seen such a hot body at such close distance like this.
Yeah, yo ass.
I saw Katie many times in different sexy costumes.
I couldn't have lost him so easily. Even if there was only the slightest chance, I wouldn't let him go. A week before he left, it was our last
I'm not
class,
liking what's going on
but
here.
I had other plans. I'd
She giving me a
pick
Nicki
roses
vibe.
from the park.
By my shirt if you love me. Spit in my face when you fuck me. Play with my goose while you suck me. Eat the dick like you was ugly.
I got a question. I got a question for you. Do not lie to me, nigga. Do not lie to me. Don't lie. Don't lie. Be honest. Do y'all remember these freaky dicky ass animated channels? Yeah. Damn, look at this shit. My sister's shocking secret. Father wants to be... What? Father wants me to be a boy. Look at the thumbnails, bro. This shit kind of fucked up, bro. I'm in love with a nigga.
My name's Maynard, and I recently turned 18 years old.
Horrible name, by the way.
Recently,
Sorry.
I've just done such a
What?
thing. It's to take a sneaky photo of a girl in the school female changing room, and it looks
What?
like something she knew.
First of all, this nigga needs to be arrested ASAP. ASAP Rocky.
I did such a terrible thing as above. Her name is Katie, captain of the school's cheerleader team. The first time I met her was red as tomato. Her white skin, with a perfect body, are embellished by a cheery, skimpy outfit. Take my eyes off her busty bust.
What the fuck? How did we go from this to this? This ain't just for kids, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Freaky dinky ass animated channels.
Oh my goodness. At that time, I just wanted to jump out of the stands and rush down and embrace her pearly body immediately.
What the hell,
Right
you
after that
freaky
game,
ass
with the help
nigga?
of my friends, I got
Nigga, that's rape. You can't put that. You can't put that little rat dog. That's rape. You can't put that little rat dog.
Beside
Nigga, that is rape. You can't fuck that lad, dog.
all. I think Katie's family is the same, but I believe not any families can match my house in the city currently. After a few moments arguing with my friends, they challenged me to simply take a photo of her while she was getting dressed, and no need to flirt her.
What?
I cannot believe that my friends could despise me so much like that. They even told me that they would give me $100 if I could do it. I don't need the money, but when I thought about seeing that hot body in tight underwear, I agreed. Right after that,
It's
I
actually
started
making me
making a plan to
disgusted.
take a sneaky photo of Katie. I started to watch her
This
as
is
usually
actually-
as
he's a
possible
creep.
for a week, and I realized that every Monday afternoon, Katie would come to the changing room earlier than the others to prepare for the training of other members of the team. And obviously, there is only her in the room, and I can take a photo of her while she's getting dressed. Changing room. By the time Katie walked into the dressing room, we started too. As planned, my two classmates went to both ends of the corridor to guard, and I approached the female changing room. Picking up the phone, I switched to silent
not
mode
the Dark
and
Knight.
did not forget to mute the camera. I gently stood close to the door of the room and slowly pushed the door open as slowly as possible so that there was no sound. I pressed the phone close to the door and stuck only the top of the phone camera out just a little bit to be able to look around. When I opened it about 45 degrees, I began to see Katie on the screen. My goodness, can you imagine what I saw? I have
Nigga,
never
you
seen such
sing.
a hot body at such close distance like this.
Yeah, yo
I
ass.
saw Katie many times in different sexy costumes, but I could not imagine that her body would be so attractive like this. She was wearing tight underwear and twisted her body with the phone to get the best photo.
Bro,
All of them made me
what
feel
the
so hot,
fuck?
and my heart beated rapidly. I just stood there like a stone gaze, like I was watching a pole dancer in a bar, and forgot about my mission to take the photo. I was just dumbfounding like that, until a friend who was looking at the end of the hallway signaling me why I'm taking so long. At that time, I suddenly remembered and started to capture. Because I took a sneaky photo, so the process of aligning so that Katie's body is completely showed on screen is not easy. It took me a while until I could have a
It's
good
not
picture.
easy.
Her big hips.
That's how you know her ass has no spidey senses whatsoever, no intuition, no nothing. You told me this nigga standing there for 2 minutes, breathing like this, and your ass do not feel nothing. And yo, like nobody looking at you. People, I'm just saying.
Kept innocently posing for me. Everything was probably fine.
What the fuck is
until
that, a zombie?
The corridor suddenly screamed someone is coming, but forgot to use the signal. I was startled and dropped my phone into the changing room. Very quickly, I reached in and picked it up, and sprinted quickly out of there with Katie's shrill voice coming from behind. Maybe she found out something already. I
She
ran
seen your
all
ass
the way
run.
home, climbed in my room,
And you're going to jail.
Immediately closed the door, even though my parents were bewildered what just happened. I
What?
gasped. and my anxiety started to well up. I began to think back to the events more carefully to see if I could have been discovered. I closed my eyes and imagined the scene in more detail. And until I remembered every corner of the school's corridor had a camera.
Duh.
Oh God. I calculated all the ways that could happen, but I didn't.
Okay. This is actually a horrible advice, but let's say he did a little bit better like this, right? Let's say he asked her out. He started messing with her, he started talking to her and everything, and she rejected that nigga. Then he could have done this shit, because now he had nothing to lose. But now he has everything to lose. I mean, this nigga going to jail either way, so it don't matter.
Help from my family. I think my mother is a lawyer. She can help me out with this case.
What's you
I
gonna
went
say?
downstairs
How
and
can you even
confessed
help
to them
her?
before it was too late. But how surprisingly, while I was walking down the stairs, I heard my father was talking about his rival, who is competing running for the mayor. He's also a member of the city council, and he has a daughter named Katie. He is the captain of the high school cheerleading team. Unbelievable! Now I understand why my friends prevented me from flirting with Katie. And they even bet me $100 for a photo of her with only underwear. Things are now getting worse, which I could not foresee. If this incident was exposed, perhaps my father's mayor position of the city would be in ruins, and my family's honor would be smeared. But under the
Nigga, I'm
comment
not
section
giving you
to
no
help me.
advice, bitch.
Bro, so you gonna just break my shit? So you gonna just break my shit? So you gonna just break my shit?
I love my teacher.
24 years old. Let me ask you all a question before anything. Among
Yes,
the people
Fiona?
who are curious about my story here, has anyone ever tried to flirt with a man out of your reach? If so,
No,
what was your
the fuck?
strategy, and did you succeed? Did you use all tricks, from your body, money, even power, to win the heart of that person? Because I did. If you're curious about the results, keep watching till the end. That was the story when I was 16 years old. I fell in love with a male teacher at the school. His name is Neil. He was about 25 years old at that time.
Neil, more like pedophile. Nigga.
Research, I learned that he was a model before he started teaching at my school. He has a perfect face, great abs, biceps, height, eyes, and smile.
Don't
He
look
was
at him like
also
that,
very
nigga, you
kind
weirdo.
and forgiving. I think that due to some family pressure, he had to quit modeling. I knew that we were in a teacher-student relationship. It all started on a day when I felt brave enough to ask for his phone number. He gave it to me without hesitation.
What?
That night, I called him for
You're
the
a
first
weirdo.
time to ask a question about an assignment I didn't understand.
No, that's weird.
He was very kind and helped me with it. I continued to call him every night for another 2 weeks. But my topic did not stop at questions about the exercise, but turned to chat about daily life. His house was only about 10 minutes from my house.
And her at 16,
After
by the
2
way.
weeks of constant phone calls, I began to feel inadequate.
He is a sophomore
I
or a
risked
junior.
walking to his house without telling him and called him out. We chatted in front of his house for a long time. I knew he wanted me to go home because it was getting dark, but I didn't want to. I finally left after 2 hours of talking. My God, you can't imagine how happy I was after that. One day, after studying at the library, I was about to go home when I realized I had forgotten my book in class. I went back to the classroom to get my books. When I walked past the teacher's common room, I found him sitting alone. My heart immediately skipped a beat, and I did not hesitate to go inside and started chatting with him. Only the two of us were in that quiet space. We talked for about 5 minutes or so about something funny. The moment I saw his smile, I could not stop myself and blurted out, "What do you think of me?" He replied, "You are a very good student." And nothing more than that. I felt dissatisfied. I stopped listening and wrapped my arms around him. I put my hands on his cheek and brought my face closer to him.
Mama, I'm a
In a split
criminal.
second, we kissed.
Mama,
He didn't
I'm a
protest, so we kissed harder. But for a few seconds like that, he suddenly pushed me away and left, leaving me all alone and embarrassed, scared, sad, happy, and proud at the same time. A week passed after that kiss. He dodged me at school, but my
Nigga,
love
you're
for him kept
16.
growing. I was determined to date him by all means. The next
nigga
day,
about
I had an
38.
important test, and I deliberately guaranteed that I would get a B- in that test. A B- is not a bad score, but I always get an A+, so the result shocked my parents.
Why does this
as
motherfucking zombie keep
expected.
showing up on
I
my
was
screen? That's my That's my nigga from the last episode. That's the dad. No, that's not the dad. That's the nigga in the hallways. Chad, remember, come here.
Was probably fine.
Who the fuck is that? A zombie? Y'all remember now?
Drop even more. So they agreed almost instantly. I immediately gave them Neil's phone number so they could hire him to teach me. The next day, Neil began to teach at my home. He agreed to do so because my parents agreed to pay double what the private tutors normally received, and he desperately needed money. My parents usually came home at 7 or 8 p.m., so I set up the class to be from 6 to 7 p.m. I also deliberately dressed as revealingly as possible to flirt with him. When sitting next to each other, I often touched his hand. Neil didn't resist nor react, leaving me a little disappointed. The classes continued for 1 month when Neil informed my family that he was moving back to Brazil. Oh no, my first love. I couldn't have lost him so easily. Even if there was only the slightest chance, I wouldn't let him go. A week before he left, it was our last
I'm not
class,
liking what's going
but
on here.
I had other plans. I
She
picked
gave me a
few
Nicki
roses
vibe.
from the park.
Chip on my shirt if you love me. Spit in my face when you fuck me. Play with my goose while you suck me. Eat the dick like you was ugly.
My bedsheet to a sexy purple color and sprinkled rose petals in a wedding-style bedroom. Then, I covered them with blankets to avoid being caught by my parents. I chose a sexy red set of lingerie,
Oh, hell
a
no.
glass figure, and wore a normal outfit outside.
That's the same. That's how you know her ass stinky as hell.
An expensive bottle of French wine and
Nigga wear the
5
same
scented
outfit.
candles. The
Now,
doorbell.
have you ever realized he been wearing this nigga been wearing the same outfit every day, every hour. Stinky ass nigga. He a stinky
It was
ass nigga.
him. I rushed out to the
Stinky
open
booty
door.
ass nigga.
We went up to my private room as usual.
Chad, does this nigga got pajamas on? Why does he keep wearing the same suit?
Sit hands, and the plan started. I shut down the power of the entire house and pretended to shout, "Oh no, it's a power cut. Please wait for me a little while I'm looking for the candles." Right after that, I ran into the kitchen, taking off my t-shirt and pants. I lit the expensive candles and brought
She's
wine
16.
to my room. I closed the door behind me, removed the blanket to
This nigga
remove
not
the
there.
rose petals, and offered him a glass of wine. He hid his face in the book in his hand to avoid me. I took the book from him and sat on his lap. Then I did everything he said to my kisses. We kissed harder. I started taking off his shirt to reveal his perfectly toned body inside.
Dead
I
ass,
threw his
like,
shirt on the
yo,
floor and pushed him onto my bed. He
I
pulled me
dead.
down next to him.
Whoa.
For a split second, I was feeling excited because of what would happen. He suddenly stopped and pushed me away. Then he quickly put on his shirt and didn't look at me as he said, "This is wrong. You're my student." I ran to hug him and said, "But you are not like the other teachers. You're only 9 years older than me, and that's a good thing."
Okay. Boy, that's not even worse. But 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This nigga 25 years old! This nigga 25 years old. It don't matter if that's your favorite fucking student, nigga. That's your favorite fucking inmate. That's what we gonna be saying. You guys gonna be in jail.
I already have a girlfriend in Brazil, and this can't go any further.
So this nigga cheating.
Hearing the word girlfriend, my heart sank. I screamed, "I don't care. Please stay here. I can be your girlfriend when you are here." Apologized and parted my arms around him and left. I stood alone in my bedroom in my lingerie, feeling ashamed, guilty, and
lingerie. Who really
unkempt.
used that word?
Above all, I feel my heart broken.
Right, butt naked and got shoes on.
Since
That's
then,
all.
we have not contacted each other. I had a hard time seeing any other man because I would always compare Neil's appearance, intelligence, and courtesy to them. Please advise me what to do, guys.
What you need to do is get shit done. The fuck? You need to report that nigga.
I put her front row to Nick game. Now she in my phone with a nickname.
You are now watching a fucking go.
Spent 12 in the baby stuff. You that one guy the hoes used to rate love. You that one guy that blew and eyes take love. Let a bitch ask for something, I'ma say no. Let him try to pass the wood, I'ma say no. You ain't never seen the Drake with the A-chord. Lamb chops with the zip, fuck the steak sauce. Seen him out, he got to run it home like his baseball.
Existence could be beautiful or it could be ugly.